My neighbor built a brick wall to block me from my own driveway. He didn't realize that wall would cost him his house. I share a long, wide driveway with my neighbor, Greg. Greg is a real estate attorney. He loves to tell everyone how rich and smart he is. Last month, Greg decided my car was an eyesore. He told me I wasn't allowed to park on the driveway anymore. I told him it's a shared space. He laughed and said, "Check the survey. 60% of this driveway is on my land. I'm taking it back." I went away for a weekend. When I came back, I couldn't believe my eyes. Greg had hired a crew to build a 3-foot-tall brick wall right down the property line. It cut the driveway in half. My side was now too narrow for my truck. I couldn't park. Greg was standing on his porch, smiling. He said, "It's my property. I can build a wall if I want. Enjoy parking on the street." He thought he had won. He thought I would just fold because he's a lawyer. But I'm a historian. I like old paper. I went to the county clerk's office and pulled the original deed from 1985 when the lot was subdivided. I found something Greg missed. The deed acknowledged that the driveway was on Greg's land, but it granted my house a perpetual easement to use it. Basically, I have a legal right to drive on his land. But here is the kicker. Clause 4, Section B. It stated, "This easement is valid only so long as the servient estate, Greg, maintains the area as an open passage. Erection of any permanent structure on the easement immediately nullifies the homeowner's access rights to the public road." Do you see the trap? The driveway is the only exit from our properties to the main road. The back is all forest. By building a permanent structure, the wall, on the easement, he violated the deed conditions for his own access. Technically, the moment that wall dried, the strip of land connecting his house to the street reverted to county ownership as unusable utility land, and my easement shifted to the entire width of the remaining pavement. I didn't tell him. I called the zoning office. They came out, read the deed, and saw the wall. They declared Greg's access void. Since the wall was on the property line, he couldn't drive around it without trespassing on my side. And since he voided his own access rights, he legally couldn't leave his property via the driveway anymore. I put up a no trespassing sign on my side of the driveway. When Greg tried to drive his Mercedes to work, I stood there and pointed to the sign. I told him, "You built the wall. Stay on your side." He called the cops. The cops looked at the deed and the zoning order. They told him, "Sir, you can't drive on his land, and you blocked your own exit. You're stuck." He had to pay $15,000 to an emergency demolition crew to tear down his brand new wall that same afternoon, just so he could go to court. Subscribe if you read the fine print. And tell me in the comments, was I petty for letting him build it, or did the lawyer deserve a lesson in law?